CEO. And along with running my company, I sell and deliver, do the marketing, do the podcasting. It's a lot. Sometimes life decides to get in the way. All of these things take time and attention away from a company. Whether you're the CEO or a business leader, life can get in the way of things. I've been able to help so many companies increase their sales, increase their valuation. Many of them have exited. I have 2 unicorns under my belt. It's been a great ride. But what I've learned along my own journey, as well as talking with so many female founders, is that supporting a female founder is different. And at this point in my career, I want to spend some time focusing on that and providing programs and information and resources specifically for these female founders who are CEOs. Hi, I'm Alice Heiman, the host of Sales Talk for CEOs. I have this podcast because I want to share the stories of female founders who are building incredible companies while juggling family, health, finding funding, and of course, revenue growth. It's so important to me to share these stories, and I really want you to help me. So here's what you've got to do. 70% of you who listen and love the show haven't subscribed yet. Help me amplify these voices by hitting the subscribe button. And of course, then you won't miss an episode. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. It means the world to me. Now let's get into the episode. Welcome to Sales Talk for CEOs. Some of you might be wondering, where has Alice been? Well, life is messy. That's about all I can say. In January, I posted an episode and then wanted to take a break to reformat my podcast and do some new things. Well, that break turned into 6 months, and there are many reasons for that. But as you know, I'm a founder and a CEO. And along with running my company, I sell and deliver, do the marketing, do the podcasting. Yes, I have a team of people who help me. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot. Just like every CEO founder out there, it's a lot. We have a lot to do. And then sometimes life decides to get in the way. So some of you may know that my mother passed away in April, and I've had some other life changes. I have some grandbabies that are wonderful, and we're excited that they're here. But all of these things take time and attention away from a company. Whether you're the CEO or a business leader, life can get in the way of things. So it's taken us 6 months to relaunch the podcast with the new focus. And some of you may be aware that I am developing programs for female founder CEOs specifically. Now, I've been working for 30 years, believe it or not. 2027 will be my 30th year in business. And I have been working with founder CEOs all of that time. It's been amazing. I've been able to help so many companies increase their sales, increase their valuation. Many of them have exited. I have 2 unicorns under my belt. It's been a great ride. But what I've learned along my own journey, as well as talking with so many female founders, is that supporting a female founder is different. It requires different focus, different kind of support. And at this point in my career, I want to spend some time focusing on that and providing programs and information and resources specifically for these female founders who are CEOs. Now, does that mean we're excluding men? Absolutely not. We're just including women, and all of the information and all of the journeys these women share are useful to everyone. But I want to focus on them and not just on their founder story. How did they start their company? Why did they start their company? How did they grow their sales? Because I've been doing that all along in my 190 episodes. But I want to add the personal part now. I want to talk about all the stuff behind the scenes that we don't talk about, how it is to start a company and raise your family, or have a baby, or run your household and raise your kids. Or perhaps you're also taking care of elderly parents like I am. There's so many other things that impact women, all the unpaid labor that women do to take care of their household and raise their family, all while having the disadvantage of uh, still only getting 2% of the VC funding. So perhaps, as a female founder, if you did want to raise funds and not just bootstrap, then you would have a bigger challenge getting funding, as well as all of the bias that is still out there, right? So guys, I know you have a lot of stuff too. I know it's not easy to start a company and be a founder and run the company and do all of those many things, but I'm focusing on the extra stuff that women have, not complaining about it. It's not going away. It's there, and we need to drive revenue anyway. So besides all of the family things that we do to keep our families running and our households running, and care for all these people in our lives, we also need to find time for ourselves so that our brains work well and we're really sharp, because we cannot drive revenue if we're not sharp. And that leads me to the last piece, which is hormonal health. This is something that is so important to me because I am living through the hormonal changes that come once we've got hormonal changes when we have babies, then we go into perimenopause and then menopause. And let's face it, guys, you don't have to do those 3 trips, but we do. And all of that is going on while we are starting our companies, while we are running our companies, while we're trying to pivot, while we're trying to drive revenue. So I'm very passionate about making sure that female founders have everything they need to support them, that they feel supported, that they know they don't have to do it alone. And I want to share their stories so that all the female founders out there know they can do it. And all of those women thinking about it. Should I leave my job? Can I start a company and have a family? Can I do this while I'm battling with my own health? Can I do this and take care of my elderly parents or a loved one that needs my care? Yes, you can. And as they say, you can have it all. You just can't have it all at the same time. And you do have to ask for help, and you do need a different kind of support. Unfortunately, for so many years, I'm going to say hundreds, women go out there and try to do it on their own. And we are so good at pushing through. Well, I have pushed through a lot of things in my life. And let me tell you, most of the time it didn't go well. I've had a lot of health issues, struggling with perimenopause and menopause, and all of the biases that come with being a woman in business. And I have gotten through those, and I am stronger for it. But what I don't want is for anyone to suffer. I don't want for any women to feel like sales is hard. Sales is not hard. Juggling all of these things that I'm talking about at the same time, that's hard. And you need support and you need to ask for help. But sales is not hard. Driving revenue is not hard. You just need to know how to do it. And once you know how to do it, your whole world changes, because that stress lifts off you. And everything we're going to talk about on this show about driving revenue applies to anyone, any leader that's driving revenue. But specifically for these female founder CEOs who have to drive revenue to grow their companies and also to satisfy their investors, their stakeholders, all the people who have helped them with their company, right? It's a lot of pressure. So we've got to make it easier. So going forward on this podcast, I will be focusing on female founder CEOs, as well as talking to experts who have great advice to share with them. We'll be learning about their journeys, and I'll be talking about how to drive revenue and stay sane. So I'm so delighted you're here. I will say one more thing before I close. I did record these podcasts, these next 5 podcasts, under a bit of duress. We had planned to launch the podcast much earlier, but so many things were happening. And then finally I said, we've just got to get it done. But of course, I recorded them during the time that my mother was ill and dying. So I feel like they're not my best work, but I think that the stories are so good and so worth hearing that even though I might not be at my best, the people telling the stories, all of these women founders are really sharing things that will be helpful to all of you. And so thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a great follower. And I'd love to hear any comments about the podcast, or if you know a female founder CEO who should be a guest, please let me know. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe.